hiring employees as a small business owner, or I would think, even as a bigger company, this probably holds true. I think the best time to hire someone, I think that the best time an employee is valuable to me as long as they can break even. If an employee can come in and very quickly, within the first week, I would say, break even. In other words, if they get paid $20 an hour, they're profiting, they're making that money. They're doing whatever it is that they do to pay themselves within the first week. If you get paid $20 an hour and you're in a sales job, you're selling $20 an hour worth of goods within the first week. I don't care if you're selling $25 an hour. I just want you to, within the very first week, break fucking even. You break even, it takes the stress off of me. I'm not stressed out wondering how much harder I'm gonna have to work to pay your wage. And it'll make a lot less tension at your workplace if you just immediately break even. Just break even. As long as they break even, then you've got a good starting place, right? You can always evaluate the situation then and see what needs to be done to increase their profits. Because ideally, you want them to they're there so that, everybody can get more done and to bring more profits to the business. Not just to pay themselves and that's it, right? Because after, over time, if you've been with me for, 4 or 5 months and you're still just breaking even, it's not working out for me. I'd rather fill that position with somebody who's actually going to bring profits to the business. Because no matter what, if you're breaking even, there's all these hidden expenses, right? There's the time that you break something. There's the day that you were sick. There's the vacation pay. There's going to be a whole lot of things, might look like you've broke even, but, that might not be what's really going down. But initially, if you can at least look and actually are breaking even, we'll worry about all those little things later. We'll worry about the fact that, you need a new pencil, you need a new computer, you need a new this, you need a new that, right? To do your job effectively. And those are things, again, you need to look at that as a business owner. If you get, if your employee has a computer that he can work with faster, will he get more done? And if he can get more done because he can work faster, how much faster, how much more is he going to get done? Is it going to be a lot? Right? Is it going to be worth it? And if it is worth it, how long will it take? How long will it take for it to pay for itself? How long is it going to take for that employee to pay for that computer? Right? Is it going to take a month? Is it going to take 2 months? Is it going to take 6 months? And then you need to evaluate, how long is this guy going to be with me? Right? How long is this girl going to be working at the store? Because if it's going to take that person 6 months to pay for that computer, but they're only going to be with you 4 months, that doesn't make sense, right? So a lot of little things you need to look at when you're doing, when you're running a business, when you're managing employees, right? Like I said, I believe that the best time to hire an employee is when they're gonna break even. When you have just enough work that you can bring in an employee and you can still pay all your bills and lead the lifestyle that you're accustomed to living. You can bring them in, they're gonna break even, You're going to be able to have the time to regain focus, because you're going to be out of the, come in, open up, do, clean up, lay out the jobs for the day, start working through those jobs, answer the phone, take out the trash, clean the toilet, you know what I mean? All those things that you need to do. As soon as you can bring somebody in and they can pay for themselves, that is a great time to consider doing that. You need to bring that person in, and you need to make sure that they have the same vision as you, right? That they can do the job, and you might really want to break it down. I mean, there's no, having an employee is two things. It's really awesome. It's a really great feeling to know that you're putting money in somebody's pocket who really needs it, or who uses it. They appreciate having that job. It's good for them. Now the other side of that is, it's a whole lot of stress to have somebody who relies on you for their livelihood. That's a lot of stress also. So it's great, and it's a lot of stress. It's really bad at the same time. So you might want to really break it down. If you have a job that would really be suited, like I do. I have a job basically where I need somebody to come in for 4 hours a day, let's say 3, 4, 5 times a week, not every day, no less than 3, not really more than 5. Come in for about 4 hours. They need to sweep, they need to mop, they need to dust off my shelves, they need to put away product that I've taken down off of the shelves and I haven't had a chance to put back up that I was showing to someone. They need to be able to do all those things. They need to be able to do Craigslist and Kijiji ads for me. And the Craigslist and Kijiji ads, when they do those, they sell items that I have at my store. That's where it starts for me. That's where I look at first about them breaking even, right? So if they sell an item on Kijiji that I paid $300 for, but they sell it for, let's say, $360, and they get paid $15 an hour, they've now covered themselves for the day. So that takes a lot of stress off of me. I don't have to worry about anything else. They've covered themselves for the day, and now we can look at other things, right? It's also really important to me that my shop is very clean and orderly. So that really means a lot to me. That's a very important job to me. And that's worth money to me. I would pay every day, but that's not all, right? I'm not gonna bring somebody in for 4 hours a day and that's all they, I'm not gonna pay somebody, let's say $15 an hour to sweep and mop for 4 hours. I could get that done in 20 minutes. I'd rather just do that myself than in 20 minutes. If it takes somebody that long, that's not really working out. That's not working for me. I don't think that's working for anybody. The other thing is, an employee should be punctual, right? I had a girl come in the other day, was supposed to be her very first day. It was on Monday. She's supposed to start at 10. She showed up at 11. That's unacceptable. I said, no way, this is not going to work out. Another guy, nice guy, hanging around the store. We got to be really friendly with each other. He was looking for work. I thought he could do that cleaning job that I have. Within 10 minutes, he ripped a whole bunch of feathers off of the feather duster. Feathers were all over the floor. My Wolverine, collector's edition figurine got knocked down and his right arm broke off. I said, this is not going to work out. you got to be really careful when you're hiring people. I mean, you would think that anybody could just come in and sweep and mop and do Craigslist and Kijiji ads, right? Apparently not. You know? The other thing is, you know, I had a girl who was really good. Really, really good. Like, one of the best, if not the best counter person that I've ever had. She had a problem with being on time. Now, this was, you know, this is back when I had a full team, and I don't know, just it was okay for her. It was okay actually for me, even though tardiness is one of my biggest pet peeves. One of my guys, it was okay. He knew his thing is a different thing. Him and I got something else going on. He was sharp as a tack. It didn't affect him. Another guy that I had, though, would start showing up late. Then I had to sort of crack down on this girl, and eventually, you know, she was moving anyways or whatever, and I said, you know what, just, you probably need the rest of this time to take care of what you gotta do. So, you know, and that hurt because that girl was really bright. She was really good at the counter. Like I said, a lot of ways she was better than I was. You know, so you got to look at that also, right? When you're hiring people, how does it affect the rest of your team? How does it affect the dynamic, right? And that could be very good or very bad. You know, some people are mature enough to know, hey, this girl's coming in late. I'm not going to come in late, though. You know what I mean? I'm doing my thing. I'm going to keep doing me.